This week on Lagos Update. Ambode administration commended for massive investment in sports development. Tourism. Lagos will be key in United Nations World Tourism Organization strategy branding. 50,000 Lagos pupils get shoes and socks. Australia values its relationship with Lagos and indeed Nigeria. These are the tidbits on Lagos Update this week. President Muhammadu Buhari has appointed Governor Akinwunmi Ambode as a member of the federal government delegation to the 2018 FIFA World Cup starting in Russia from June 14. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Solomon Dalong, disclosed this when he led a delegation from the International Paralympics Committee on a courtesy visit to Governor Ambode at Lagos House, Ikeja. He said the appointment was in recognition of the massive investment and commitment to sports development in the last 3 years.
Your Excellency, Lagos is home to sports, and so we are always here. I want to also inform you that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has approved you as one of the members of the federal government delegation that will be representing him and other Nigerians in Russia as the World Cup 2018 will kickstart. The President's approval of you as a member of that delegation is born out of the conviction that you have been one of the governors that has invested heavily in sports and also supported sports.
Whilst handing over the letter of appointment to the governor, Dalong said Lagos had been a home to sports, even as the Ambode administration had repositioned sports as a catalyst for development and growth.
Nigeria as a country is in the bid to host an international Paralympic championship in Lagos come 2019, either January or February. And as part of the fulfillment of the requirements of qualification, an international delegation is sent to Nigeria, first to conduct training for the Nigerian leadership of the association and stakeholders on the basic responsibilities of the hosting and the hosting right, and to also inspect facilities that will be used when finally Nigeria will be given the bid.
Responding, Governor Akinwunmi Ambode thanked President Buhari for appointing him into the federal delegation to the World Cup. He added that with the moral and physical support for the Super Eagles, Nigerians will be made proud at the end of the day.
I also want to use this as an opportunity to say a big thank you to Mr. President for, appointing me as one of the delegates that will be representing Nigeria to lead the Green Eagles, to Russia in this World Cup that is coming up next week. We believe strongly with our moral support and physical support also, Nigeria will be made proud, and I'm sure people should not bother about what they are seeing, what friendly matches are. They are supposed to be friendly, so don't worry. We put all our energy and make sure that we make Nigeria proud. I want to say a big thank you to Honorable Minister for making that possible also. And because we believe that sports is the engine room for development That's why we are more than ever committed that we'll continue to support sports development. We'll continue to make sure that we create the enabling environment for sports to thrive in Lagos and by general parlance in Nigeria. Your visit here, it's more or less, timely to also let you know that I gave my own personal and also the government's commitment that whatever it is that it will take for us to actually receive that award to host the next championship.
Why is this bill so high? What kind of stupid tax is this again?
Let me sit. Relax, Oni. It's just consumption tax.
What's that?
It's tax on this food.
Are you saying we have to pay for this food and pay for eating it again?
Remember when you had to go visit Mama and how Junior was enjoying the safe, smooth new roads?
Yes.
And do you remember when Nina was at the hospital, but you relaxed when we got to the hospital and noticed competent doctors working with an amazing facility?
What does that have to do with what I'm asking?
Tax did it. Our taxes did all of that.
Oh, tax did it.
Tax did it!
Let's pay our taxes so we all can grow together. You did it. Tax did it.
Secretary General of the United Nations World Tourism Organization, Mr. Zura Pololikashvili, says Lagos will play a vital role in the organization's quest to promote new tourism destinations across the world. Pololikashvili made this known when he led a high-powered delegation of 8 tourism ministers and representatives from 44 countries across Africa on a technical visit to Lagos State.
We are here to promote a new touristic destination. Be sure that the count on us, always we will be next to you to promote this fantastic place. And many things to receive us. Again, it's an honor to have our ministers from African continent. We have very interesting, very ambitious plans and ideas to promote, and count on us. Lagos will be one of the most important part of our strategy, branding, how to attract new tourists here. We are 101 minister new tourists today in Lagos. Together.
Welcoming the delegation, Governor Ambode said the visit was auspicious as it would provide an avenue for top players in the tourism sector from the continent to rub minds and forge a common cause towards making Africa the choice destination for tourists across the world.
Lagos, we're almost like 24 million people right now. According to the United Nations report, as of 2016, 86 people enter into Lagos every 1 hour and most likely not wanting to go back. The next place is Mumbai, 79, New York, 7, London, 9. So why are people coming to Lagos and not wanting to go back? So obviously it means at the point where we're not able to provide jobs for them, I need to start looking at the areas of tourism to be able to create that next part of building my GDP. That is, create more goods, more services, and actually tap into the creative knowledge of our people, which is something that we've not really been doing across Africa. So we believe strongly that with the kind of population and the market that Lagos has, you must start to create tourism infrastructure to be able to grow your economy.
The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, thanked Governor Ambode for his support towards the hosting of the 61st UNWTO/CAF meeting in Nigeria, saying that it was largely responsible for the success of the activity.
Let me therefore most sincerely thank His Excellency, Governor Akinwunmi of Lagos State, for his strong support. I also wish to put on record my appreciation to the Commissioner for Tourism and the Special Advisor on Culture and Tourism, who all were very, very supportive. We are not surprised, Your Excellency, because of what you have done in Lagos State in such a relatively short time to position the state as a top tourism hub in Nigeria and indeed in Africa.
Okay, children, what have you noticed lately in your environment?
The streets in my estate are bright lit at night. The road to my grandpa's house was repaired before I got back from summer holidays. I feel safer when I see the new RS cars around.
So kids, who did it?
Let's pay our taxes so we all can grow together. You did it. Tax did it.
The wife of the Lagos State Governor and founder of Hope for Women in Nigeria initiative, HOFOWEM, Mrs. Bolanle Ambode, recently flagged off the distribution of 50,000 shoes and branded socks to Primary 1 pupils in public schools. The distribution started from the Cherubim and Seraphim Primary School, Lagos Road, Majidun in Ikorodu, tagged Project Bright Steps. It is a pet project of HOFOWEM to boost the children's morale and sensitize the society that the welfare of pupils was important in getting the best of them in their academic pursuits.
Tunji just got back from Yankee after 5 solid years.
Really?
Saying he wasn't expecting the airport to look that good.
Really? I know. The airport is really on point these days though, as well as the roads in Lagos.
Yeah, he did it. And you know he's also responsible for the rehabilitation of the Herbert Makala Library in Yaba, as well as the new Aja flyover. Plus, he made available 25 billion in funds for employment in Lagos.
Tunji did all that?
Tunji. Oh please. He also constructed the Ikeja bus terminal and provided the neighborhood safety corps.
So if Tunji did not do it, who did? You did. I did what?
Do you pay your taxes, honey?
Yes.
Then you did. Tax did it.
Oh! Okay, because I paid my taxes and they use taxes to do it.
You did it.
Oh, you girls got me.
Tax did it.
Australia's warm friendship with Nigeria began in Lagos and continues to date. The Australian High Commissioner to Nigeria, His Excellency Mr. Paul Lemon, made this assertion during a courtesy call on Governor Akinwunmi Ambode. He reiterated that he was glad to be back in Lagos to discuss some key issues affecting both countries, especially in the areas of developing human capital and expanding investment relationship.
I start by saying that Australia's long and warm friendship with Nigeria began here in Lagos and continues to today. So it's a real pleasure for me to be back and to meet you personally and to have the opportunity to discuss with you some of those key issues that are of interest to both our countries and to Lagos in particular. Australia is a big country. We have our own continent, nearly 8 million square kilometres, with a population about the same size as Lagos State. But we are also one of the most highly urbanised countries in the world. So that means that even though the distance between our two countries is great, the interests we share are quite close.
Governor Ambode, in his response, buttressed the relationship between Australia and Lagos. He observed that Lagos stood to gain a lot from Australia, especially in the area of water transportation.
The main purpose from the discussions that we held is to ensure that we enhance the economic relationship between Australia and Nigeria, most especially Lagos, and also to reiterate the fact that we need greater presence of Australia in Lagos, because Lagos being the commercial capital of Nigeria, we believe strongly that there is a lot that we can gain from the water transportation system that we're trying to introduce in Lagos. We believe strongly that we should enhance the mode of transportation in Lagos, and moving away from road transportation, our next destination, which is water and rail, we believe strongly that Australia can contribute vigorously to our major vision that we're trying to achieve. So on behalf of everyone, I'd like to also say big thank you to also say that we'll enhance whatever discussions that we had, and be able to just improve on that and ensure that we take this to the next level.
Okay, children, what have you noticed lately in your environment?
The streets in my estate are bright lit at night. The road to my grandpa's house was repaired before I got back from summer holidays. I feel safer when I see the new RS cars around.
So kids, who did it?
Let's pay our taxes so we all can grow together. You did it. Tax did it.
Our feature this week on Lagos Update. Ambode inspects ongoing projects in the Ikorodu area of Lagos.
Ambode matide, Akinwunmi matide.
Hey, calm down.
Lagos State. Eko máa tẹ̀síwájú ní lọ́lá Olúwa o. Gọ́vnà Ambode Kárídó. Eko. Eko ma eko. Gọ́vnà Ambode ti ṣe. Helicopter for medical emergency. Air condition BRT buses. New roads. Rent old houses king. Improve security and continuous development. Dr. Ambode ẹ ṣé. Ọjọ́ta Òṣòdì, Láfíàjì, Victoria Island, Ìkòyí, Èbúté Mẹ́ta, Maryland, Badagry, Ẹ̀pẹ́, Surulere, Ìkòròdú, Agége, Ìyànàpájà, Ẹ̀gbẹ́dá, Ìkẹjà, capital, Èkó, Akéde, ìlú Ògbó.
The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Akinwunmi Ambode, has approved the extension of the ongoing Agric to Ishawo dual carriageway to Arepo in Ogun State. He said the development became imperative in view of the determination to rev up the economic integration of southwestern states. Speaking during an inspection of major projects in the Ikorodu division of the state, Governor Ambode said the projects would be delivered as part of efforts to make the suburban areas in the state economically viable and livable.
As we will do it in Ikorodu here to join Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the Lagos-Ekpe Road also, we will join the boundary of Lagos State in Ekpe axis in Mojoda with the Jebode axis to join the Jebode-Ore Road. The same thing We are going to do the same thing and make sure that the road that we're doing in the Mile 2 Okokomaiko Expressway, we commence the next phase that goes from Okokomaiko to Semeboda. So in that wise, we would have connected Badagry, Ikorodu, Ekpe with all the neighboring states, and we will improve the economy of Lagos and make sure that all our people that are living in the suburban areas are able to live comfortably well in those places, and the economy in those areas also improve. Just give us some patience. As we do this, we're doing it for you. We know that you want more than roads. We're bringing shopping mall to Ikorodu. We're bringing cinema. We bring arts theater. And we also bring recreational park. God bless you.
At the 32 metric ton rice mill and light industrial park in Imota, which would accommodate those to be relocated from the Sabo Industrial Park, Governor Ambode expressed satisfaction with the level of work. He said the rice mill was a fulfillment of the promise to produce rice locally on a large scale.
There's been a lot of progress being made by the contractors and also the consultants. And we can see that this is a huge task for us to fulfill our promise that we're going to be producing our own lake rice by ourselves. And I think I'm impressed by the level of work I've seen. And we should be able to start production of this rice mill in the first quarter of 2019. In addition to that, this Imota Light Industrial Park is supposed to replace the Sabo Light Industrial Park that we're closing down. We've decided to move this industrial park to Imota to give the economic hub that we want to give Imota in the right picture, and also turn part of that closed down Sabo Industrial Park to our tech hub for us to be able to integrate the new acquisition of land that we have in Sabo, to turn that axis to the new tech hub for our younger ones, so that we can use that area as our own new Silicon Valley, so to speak.